Alright, here we go. Recording a one-on-one on Python. Uh, yeah, alright. So this was sent to me by Connor in about around January, and I chose to ignore it. So I'm casting it now. He also asked for no more Dirty Bomb reps. Might actually happen, but we'll see what happens there. Actually, I haven't touched the game in a while. I should, but yeah, considering I haven't uploaded videos in a month, been doing things. So, but that's all right. Thing is, so Python again, very important map, of course. One of my old favorites is basically you had Lost Temple, then you had Bladestorm, and then you had Python. There's a couple in between, but it's basically the evolution of that, and this guy got replaced by Fighting Spirit after a while then as the most balanced map. This map, of course, now horrible. Nobody plays it, nobody wants to play it, but it's the most standard map we had for a while. A lot of pubs been played on that. Of course, this is also my most beloved matchup of PvP. Don't know why I picked this one. There were other replays that I might do as well. The important thing is, of course, that we're now in the era of the Starcraft Remastered, HD version, whatever you want. So it's very important for me to start doing these again. Because people need to know other levels of Starcraft than the pros and realize where they are coming from. Yeah? So there is so many thresholds, so many levels of bad, horrible play you have to get through to get anything sort of watchable. And my Vidreps are living proof of that. So this is a mirror. I'll try to cast the game. So we've got gateways on both ends. Okay, this is quite special. The simulator's sort of on a different time here. So we have two pylons here for... I'm sorry, I'll pronounce your name then. Alpinem? Alpinem? Whatever. Alpinem. I think I'm going with Alpinem. I don't know. Vote in the comments how I need to pronounce it. Cybernetic score here. Zealot first here. Now the gas is coming. It's 200 there. Boom, and cybernetic score a little bit later. So there's small variations in build order. And again, it's not going to matter. You also see the APMs already settling down a little bit. 220 is still quite a bit of spam APM. I'm hoping. Otherwise, Alpinem has got a problem. Alpinem, Alpi, how you doing? So there's a bit of a pylon block there. That's cute. That's actually blocking that single probe there. And now he's going to have to cancel it or be deemed a moron. And he's leaving it. Alright, so you do lose some mining, but pylon there. Okay, fantastic. So a little bit of a scout. Not the same thing gonna happen here, I'm afraid. I hope. A little bit of supply that's gonna go down now. Boink. Alright, we've got the goon there as well. So, yeah, it's important that we show the bad StarCraft. So people know what to expect and don't have to feel horrible about playing this game badly. Because one of the more important thing is that I keep saying it is that you need to have fun with this game first. It's old, it's ancient, it looks broken, but it isn't. It is actually the closest thing to perfection you are going to get as a game, and that's the most important thing. Nobody's telling you to play this, okay? This is of your own volition. Some nice probably thingities to go in there, but that's the thing. These are the rules of the game, okay? You have all this horrible mechanical bullshit, but it's important because that mechanical bullshit decides how much you're able to do as a player. Look at that goon. Look at that goon veering off. You choose between microing your units, microing your base. That's a choice you constantly need to make. What am I microing? What am I focusing on? And when you are not focusing on it, the game is not playing itself. Okay? That's the important thing. It's a game. It's like a board game. Alright? See StarCraft as tabletop Warhammer. Look, these guys did completely different openings, but kinda now sorta at the same level here. Focusing the Zealot, which is a mistake. You should have microed the goons. Now that's too late. That is quite horrible, because now the goons can pick off that Zealot no problem. But there's 3 gateways here. And a little bit of high ground. No block attempt. Alright, fine. There we go. High ground. That's going to cost him. One more shot. Yeah, he is going to lose that. But, alright. So 3 gateways here. 2 gateways here. So a robo facility, because he had that somewhat earlier gas as well. Alpine actually has 400 gas stacked in the bank. Might want to do something with that. Maybe tech with that. I don't know. He's getting a little bit pressured though, but at this point it's not worth it anymore. You should have seen that. Oh shit, he's already got as much as I have. Get the fuck out, or you're going to lose too much, because the distance, of course, is quite important, and the 3 gates. So there we go. But that's the whole thing. There's a whole lot to talk about, alright? There's a whole lot to talk about with StarCraft. You could talk about it for hours. But the main thing that people getting into this need to understand is that all the quality of life, air quotes, things that StarCraft 2 added took away from the game. It automated things, which means there are less choices and less areas where the player needs to play the game, which comes down to less choices, less actions required. So the actions that do happen are far more important in StarCraft 2. Miss an action, make one mistake, and that weighs so much more heavily on the game. So okay, we've got a combat here. The Zealots are already on the goons, so that was already a loss. That Zealot was far too late, far too little here. Pressured a little bit too much. Positioning, yeah, he's microing, you see, but that's the thing. He's not even microing this anymore. Now he's starting to micro a little bit, moving that one. So, a microing goon's not the most brilliant thing you can do. But yeah, it's quite difficult. So, but while he's doing this, right, while he's doing this, a good player, a pro, will be able to combine these. But because there's so many clicks required to do this kind of thing, he's actually keeping up with it. So, reduction in micro, increase in production. So, that's the whole thing. Every time you make a mistake in StarCraft 2, you have to wait for your opponent to make a mistake. Because there's only so many things that can go wrong. There's only so many things you can actually do in StarCraft 2. It is all relative, of course. But compared to what is in StarCraft, StarCraft 2 completely pales in comparison. It's still a hard game. But that's why timings are so important in StarCraft 2. Why it's so formulaic that if you time it correctly, there's nothing your opponent can do. If he made the wrong decisions. Sometimes even without scouting, without knowing, the moment he scouts, it's already too late, and all those kind of things. I'm paraphrasing, of course, because like I said, we could talk about this for days. But that's the important thing. Coming from StarCraft 2, the game, yes, requires a lot more babying, requires a lot more mechanics, a lot more clicking. But that's where you can differentiate yourself, where you can choose a style where you are going to focus more on micro than on macro. And of course you need to do everything, but the areas of where you decide to focus, that's what determines what kind of player you become. And in SE2, most of the macro is automated. If you choose not to focus on your mining, your production will be less. You might have more micro somewhere, but your economy will be reduced because you didn't pay attention to it. And in SE2 is just a couple of clicks, right? But here you still have to go back and set them to mine. It's a little thing, but it's taking focus away from the combat. So you have to look away for a moment. So here we go. This guy, see this? Now he sees it. Now he sees it. Now he can spend time moving these guys. Dragoons require constant micro. Because they will veer off. Because their AI is so bad. So you choose the Dragoon army, you choose to trust Dragoon AI if you're leaving them alone. And they can do very stupid things. And that's what balances them out. Because they're very powerful units. But you need to position them correctly. And here, look at that. See, with the Zealots as well, you have to put them in front. You've got all these control groups you have to wrestle. And that's what makes it difficult. So I've been ranting about this for about a while, well, for a while now. Because this is the thing with PvP. I might have taken this game to be able to rant a little bit. It is very close to what you see in Starcraft 2. Namely, the building up and the sort of juking of forces. There we go, we're setting out. I'm not gonna, because I'm tempted to. But I'm not going to make every Vidrep a rag on what people expect of Brood War. Nothing about this game can change because it is the closest thing to RTS perfection that exists. Okay, so here we go. Queuing up many control groups. Hard to get it all into focus. At the top, we've got all those Zealots. And here we've got all those Dragoons. That's actually a very good split, and Connor is far too spread out. He had no focus in his attack. Too many Zealots here as well. And now the retreat's coming in. It's probably going to pick off one more. So that was a nice split. Focusing 2 groups. So Alpine, I'm actually doing a real good job. But now he needs to not pressure too much because the reinforcements have arrived. So attacking further here without any sort of advanced thing might be dangerous. Because now there's Zealots here. They're going to get in the front lines. The other Zealots are there. And this is going to... Yeah, Alpinum's doing alright here. He's got the +1 attack. That's the thing. That's the difference. The +1 attack is winning him some ground. And now the probes are going to come off. Quite a bit of damage done. But still... in the DT now. Oh dear, and there's no observers. That's what we call a hard counter, lol. And he is going to do that. There's not that much economic damage here. It's all army damage. And now we have a problem because can Alpinum replenish his forces? Because here we go. This is the mistake. You know, 4 in one gateway, whereas only 1 there. And there's an empty one here. See, that's panic. That's the problem with Micro. You have to pay attention to it. He's producing 1 less unit than he could. And that might be important. 2 more gateways, but you're not using this one, mate. But that's just, yeah, that's just, these 4 are probably hotkeyed. This one isn't hotkeyed, you know? That's what the difference makes. You focus on this, so you can produce, well, there we go, now he's producing one. He might have not hotkeyed it, because they're not all on the same fucking hotkey. Little things. Have to keep your head with it. Well, there's a lot more Zealots here now. +1 is done. Photon cannons, yeah, alright. Photon cannons, by the way, they, again, normal damage, 20 on the dot, less like Marines. Dragoons, explosive, do less damage against small units. But now he does have that observer fluting about. This is a nice, yeah, it's interesting. He's gonna try and retreat this. He was just gonna do some observer hunting. That's only a small force, yeah, no, Red's doing alright. See again, boom, 4, none here. Well, 2 DTs there, fine. This is absolute nitpicking, by the way. This is absolute nitpicking. Here's a little bit more spread out. But yeah, PvPs aren't that bad, it's just that. It's because the old hatreds. Some DTs in here as well. And oh dear, no, no observers for Red, for Connor. Still a lot of damage being done. It's hard to tell, really. There's another expansion coming up here. The 3rd. And that might... Yeah, well, there's this well defended here. Yeah, dude, get some obs. Obs. There's your obs, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, alright. So Connor needs to start looking at an expansion here. Or try to find this one. Gamble paid off. Alpine again, swimming in gas. Really sticky. Oh, there we go. See, now we have some High Templar. Don't know if he's done the storm yet. That, of course, again, they're not actually that impressive against Dragoons, but still, that little edge of damage. 140 fucking damage. But Goons, if done well, are too mobile, but we'll see. I mean, obviously you want Science Storm all the time, but is he gonna throw in some? This is actually a big mistake from Connor here. There's all these DTs just slap happy, and there's no observers, but you have the observer here, but you've got that on patrol, haven't you? Yeah. Forgot about that one, did you? No observers? What? What are you doing? Why aren't you producing observers? There we go, now you are. Did you fucking realize? Jesus. Yeah, cramming all these guys in here, that's gonna be fun to move out. DT's scouting around for expansions now. I don't know. This is... okay, more gateways. Fine by me. Using them all now. See, there's a lull in the action now, and so you can spend your time properly using all your gates here as well, or not, because you're mined out. +2 attack, +2 attack. Oh, even on that. Okay, so there we go. Even more, and I'm thinking, oh no, okay. So he's not producing, just producing probes over there. Alright, another engagement. That's a good storm. See, that's far too late in the reaction. That's a very big army. I'm thinking Alpinem made the age-old mistake of committing a little bit too much. Yeah, those Archons, not a very good idea. Sure, they're going to clean up the Zealots, but then against the Goons it's going to be quite difficult because they pick them off from afar. And no storm on his hands here. Yeah. Wow, okay, so there you go. That's that. So this cost him the game. Because he stopped producing on all fronts. And those Archons... there's too many Dragoons. +2 Dragoons. Archons good against Zealots a little bit, but still, yeah. I was expecting storms. I really was expecting storms. That would have been great because, again, the static goon. But, alright. So he's going to keep producing, but it's completely and utterly pointless at this point. Connor's actually going to retreat. Why are you... is there DTs? No? Why are you retreating? You had him. You have him. He dead, yo. This is his mining operation. That's it. They're still building more gateways, even though... I don't get it. 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 Here, you're gonna see that, right? You're seeing this, yeah? Yeah. Or not. A couple of cannons is gonna... Why are you killing this guy? Seriously. You're giving him time to build up again, which is still going to be a pointless force, but they are gonna have the high ground. So that'll be a laugh. You know what would be really great right here, Bynum? Yeah, fucking Storm. Why didn't you fucking research it? Jesus shit Christ. Why isn't this game over? He's mining happily. And... yeah, well, your income is bigger, but your supply count isn't really that different anymore. I'm thinking this guy... what's gonna happen here? He's gonna have fucking Storm in the next engagement. Are you just... is this just to piss me the fuck off, yeah? Is this my punishment for not replying to you in whatever way for 2 months. Is that the thanks I get? For utterly... And why is he moving out without the storm yet? He's got some gas. He could build 1.5. I was gonna try and take this out before it comes to fruition, is it? Now he's got to have to back the fuck off because the entire fuck off army is coming. Oh god, he's going to the island, isn't he? Are there islands? Yeah, these are the islands. Like, this is closed off. It's a low ground island, but it counts. You have to mine this out so Terran can't land. And he's going to have that safe expansion there, which is wonderful. But I don't understand why we still are in this game. I'm going to speed it up. And then the next battle is going to decide. Well, Connor's like 40 supply up. And now he's saturating another base, so he's on 3 bays. Was this a mercy? Hey, he's got 1 Templar. Doesn't have Storm yet though. Hey, you've got a base. Congrats. I'm gonna move in. Okay. Was that a storm? Was that your own storm, Connor? I think that was your own storm, wasn't it? Killing most of your own fucking zealots. And now you're gonna get your army sandwiched. That's a good storm. A lot of damage, and now the Archon to finish it off. That's everything dead. Okay. Wow, okay, that was a 10 HP Archon. You're running away from a 10 HP Archon, dead now. Yeah. Yeah, alright. How are you gonna fuck this up then? Fun fact. You have a High Templar. Please storm. No, you're gonna let him come down. Yeah, Alpine him. Come on then. Storm that fucker. Storm it. Like he's doing, yeah. Look at that. It's like, don't storm your own fucking DTs though. That would be bad. Oh dear God. How are these guys still alive? This is a cripple fight. This is a heavy macro cripple fight. I mean, Alpinum's still losing. He really is. Now there's some... Fuck, man. These are +3 attack upgraded. So they should be able to one-shot... No, the 2-shot the Templar. A little bit of armor, doesn't matter. Against the DT. He's gonna get this operational. Look at that, he's mining from a single fucking... See, that's another thing, you see? He can't do all of this. I don't know why he's still producing from this. That's stupid, because now it's just gonna be... But... Look at that, he's fighting tooth and fucking nail. Sure, it's his only mining base at the moment. I understand. Somewhat. As all... 15 kills. 19, 20. The game's still going. He's dead. He's really, really dead now. He's left the game, yet still it's going. The game has been over for over 7 minutes. Yet still we are going. But there you go. Under the guise of good macro, there can still be present many horrible players who, yeah, lack fundamental things as game sense, in that maybe the game was over already, but still chicken the fuck out with a 20 kill High Templar. Alright, so Connor, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll look at the other replays as well, but I'm gonna have to mix it up a little bit. Maybe another 2009 replay soon as well. Anyway, why are you watching this? Why?